I found this blog online called The Existential Dread of Climate Change on the blog Psychology Today, and I found it very interesting because it's about the emotional effect that the climate changes has on people, and not just directly from the aftermath of extreme weather where people can get hurt, but because a lot of people actually feel quite insignificant in this climate battle. So it's both the destruction of our natural world, but also our heightened awareness, of these realities that can make some people feel very incapable of doing anything really. It's a quite new topic to be discussed in this way, so the results are mainly qualitative. Um, it hasn't really been examined that thoroughly yet, but still, although it's a small sample of people who has done these surveys, there seems to be forming some kind of pattern. Um, in the article, it says these concerns are, of course, part of the human condition, which is just a perfect picture of the risk society that he explained. Because the climate changes is a man-made risk that we just have to live with. We have to accept that it's here. It's something that is especially affecting the youth, and one of the reasons for that is that we're exposed to subjectivization on a much higher scale than adults are. And the media also shows all these disasters. We get close up on the horrible stories, the horrible pictures of the people who are getting hurt. And well, also the animals. And this can create this anxiety. And if we look at the graph from SBI, we can see that one of the main issues that the young people are facing is that they're feeling pretty insecure and unsafe, and they're often very worried. And this could very well be linked to this topic as well. The cultural liberation only makes this whole situation worse, because we know that we need to make these choices ourselves, the choices in our lives, and we also need to live with the consequences of the choices that we make, and we don't have anyone else to blame. And because of this increased reflexivity, we end up with the question like, what if I make the wrong choice? And the choices that we make kind of defines us as people. And we're just constantly being reminded of this, again, through the social media, where we see people and experts maybe acting very climate friendly, and it just gets us thinking about how we're acting, and maybe we're doing the wrong thing, contributing in a negative way. And I mean, all of this is just on top of the pressure that we have from elsewhere, through grades, and through all the kinds of subjectivization where we form our social identity and put up this image of ourselves. Now we also need to kind of show the world how we are acting to the climate changes, to the crisis. And if we look at the statistics about attempted suicides, we can see that it's mainly the people between 15 and 20-year-old that are attempting to commit suicide, and it's in this age that we're exposed to the biggest amount of pressure, so that makes sense. But of course, we can just give up. I mean, there are some things that we could do to make this better, and I think one of the ways is through ontologizing, and creating this ontological security, like Giddens called it, to be a part of some kind of social network. And for example, at school we have a green VK where we can meet up and we can discuss the issue. And with the separation of time and space, this has just become much easier because we can be a part of something much larger across the globe. And then avoid feeling alone, because then we know that other people are facing the same. Also, with the detraditionalization, it's become much easier for us to break free of the norms and traditions that we used to have. A tradition in Denmark used to be that we ate a lot of pork, but now no one's gonna look funny at you because you choose to be a vegetarian, maybe for the climate. And we're also more critical society now. We're kind of questioning the authorities, like why do people act like this? Is their motivation, and so on, and creating our own opinion. And we see a lot of people well, taking action themselves, also through the green ideology is spreading in the political parties in Denmark. Thank you.